do this. Could we get Drew? Do you want to come on up and let's kind of let's pick things up where we were last day and run some experiments. So Drew, just stand right here, and I want you just tell us what's going on with your shoulder again, the right shoulder.
Just some excessive pain after I press.
Okay, excessive pain after he presses. What position are you doing? Standing presses?
So it'd be mostly like push press, or some straight presses. Mostly any type of press.
Okay, so he's getting right shoulder pain after he presses, but he's also pressing from a standing position. So what we're going to do is we're going to retest his shoulders just as a quick feedback loop. So arm out in front, thumb down. Do not let me push down. Resist as hard as you can, and go. Okay, that's pretty good. I could probably do chin-ups off that thing if I needed to. What is that, 1 to 10? 9, he's being humble. Meredith, can you remember that for me?
Yes, sir.
She's going to be our awesome secretary there. We got 9 out of 10. And then let's just do this side, same thing, okay? Resist and go. Okay, did everyone see that there? Now I'm going to give him the pinky finger test. Resist, go. And you can see my pinky finger beat his massive shoulder. Okay, what would that one be, 1 to 10? So he's giving me a 3 out of 10 on the right side. Okay, so we're going to make that a feedback loop, and we're going to see if we can improve that by straightening out his pelvis and hips. We don't know yet. It's an experiment, and that's always what I promise. I just promise experiments. There's no pressure that way. Okay, are you down for an experiment? Okay, grab a seat for me. And we had one hip that was weak, and I'm trying to remember, was your left one, was it? I'm trying to remember. Yeah, and now it's important once again that we do this as the sitting test because a lot of things change when you're lying. So disregard everything with the lying test. We're just doing sitting. I'm going to try to swing you in. I want you to resist as hard as you can. And go. Okay, it's definitely not the right. That was like an 11 out of 10. Meredith, you got that? It was basically muscle testing like a Roman statue on that one. This one here, resist and go.
He prefers to be called the Roman god.
It's definitely this one here. Resist, go. Okay. Can everyone see what's going on there? Now, if you shrug your opposite shoulder, let's just see if that helps to improve it. Resist and go. And that improved it, right? Okay, so here's what we're going to do. What your handouts will imply, if you take it to the primate, is that it's implying he's got an inflare on the left side. So we're going to do hip hip hooray left. Okay? So everyone's got their hip hip hooray left sheet there? Okay, so what we're going to do to start off, this is a very easy corrective protocol. Take this ankle across this knee. Okay? Now I want you to pull up on the foot and push down on the knee. You're going to feel that on the outside of the right hip. I'm doing this on the opposite hip because sometimes it's tension on the other hip that's throwing the opposite one forward. Okay, there's a number of different causes that can lead to this problem in the hips. I don't want to overcomplicate it for you, which is why I give you one simple protocol. You don't have to understand it. I don't understand how when I do this here, this turns the lights off and on, alternating current or something like that. I don't get it, but I know how to make it work for me. And that's what I would say with a lot of things like this, because there's a lot of complexities I'm going to spare you of. But the point is, on the opposite side hip, we're going to do this stretch for this corrective recipe. Everyone cool with that? Perfect. Now you should be feeling that on the outside of the right hip. Perfect. Absolutely. So any tension there will lead to this problem. So he's going to be doing about 15 of those. Now, similar to the last corrective, this one's pelvis pressing. This one is very simple to apply just about anywhere. And it's actually super fast. And we're going to be measuring improvements right away. All right? Noah, you keep working hard, buddy. I'm totally rooting for you and your clients in the game of life. I know you're here getting extra footage so you can study on your own. And for that, I believe you're a champion because you're putting in the extra work and effort that most people aren't willing to do in this world. Rooting for you in the game of life. Okay, good. Now I'm going to get you to stand up. Now this part is really important. So you're going to find the bony bump on the front of your left hip. Your other left. There you go. Okay, bony bump on the front of the left hip. Now I want you to go down 2 inches. Down 2 inches. Now I want you to go lateral about 2 inches to the side pocket area. Now I want you to percuss that all around. Could I just see somebody's sheet? I'm going to show them the picture of the muscle. Ooh, wrong one. Left. There we go. So there's a picture where you're percussing. That's the muscle, that's the tensor fasciae lata. And I just want you squeezing your glutes and just percussing on that. So what will happen is a tight tensor fasciae lata can also cause this hip misalignment. But this is one of the, I know that people like to loosen up the TFL by taping a couple lacrosse balls and getting on the ground. Most of our clients don't really have the kinesthetic intelligence to do that, where they completely time themselves into a human pretzel. So let's try to make life easy for them. Just percussing it will do the same thing, and it'll do it much quicker, and it's much easier to learn. Believe me, I've learned how to release this thing every single way, and this is what I ended up settling on, because it's so fast and so easy for people to get. Now, I'm going to get you to grab a seat. You're going to hug your left knee up like this. Your hands are going to be in a movable barrier, and I want you to push your left knee into your hands for 5 seconds, relax and repeat, as if you're trying to bring the hip into extension, but this is holding it back. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, then relax and repeat. Now, if somebody has tender knees, you could just have them hold on the back side of the leg as a modification. There's lots of different ways to do this. I could do this laying face up on the floor with them. Doesn't really matter. This is very convenient because, once again, all we're using is a bench and body weight. And this is the last movement in this corrective sequence. So literally, right after this takes us like, I'm explaining it and teaching it right now, but literally this whole corrective takes like 2.5 minutes. All right, and it can make some very profound changes going all the way up into the shoulders, feet. It has a lot of big differences throughout the whole body. With what's often been called, sometimes people will call it like rotation syndrome, where you've got a rotation and then you get a counter rotation and this and that, and it works its way up and down your body. But if you go to the primary source, everything else will straighten out. Okay? Perfect. So what we're going to do is I'm going to retest them, and then it comes down to dosage. So we're going to see, hey, did we make some improvements? Maybe we do a little bit more, amp up the dosage, do another round, and see if we can make further improvements. All right? So the left hip, what was it on a scale of 1 to 10, Meredith?
Well, I have 9. That makes no sense. 3.
Left is
3.
3.
I know. I was like,
You're testing me. Someone get her a coffee. No, I'm just kidding. Okay, so this was a 3 out of 10. So let's retest it. And by the way, if it's not good, that's cool too. I'm going to bust you into some other breakouts right away. All right, resist as hard as you can, and go. You feel the difference there? Yeah, that was like totally like a 9. Let's go again one more time. Resist and go. Yeah, that's it. He's saying 9 to me, Roman statue again. Like, I'm not budging that thing. So his left hip is working great. Now here's the bonus, the cherry on top. Let's see if we have any improvements in his opposite shoulder, right? Because that's his ongoing complaint right now. So if he's a consult, or he's somebody that I coached on the gym floor, and I said, how's the training going? Any aches or pains? He says, yeah, my right shoulder. I said, hey, why don't I just do a couple things with you? Then if I can show some improvement immediately through his opposite hip, he's gonna be like, I'm gonna put an extra mortgage on the house so I can pay for you to be my coach. For the love, if you can figure that kind of stuff out, right? So hold this arm out in front. This was what out of 10 before?
that one was a 3. I took good writing skills, but I put reading skills.
Okay, so this was a 3 out of 10, so let's see if there's any improvement. Resist and go.
Oh, snap.
Let's go again, one more time. Resist and go. Any pain?
Actually, no, like a little bit of irritation there, but there was no irritation there.
No irritation. The shoulder irritation is gone. And what was that on strength 1 to 10? Okay, and he's gone from a 3 to a 9.5 in his right shoulder. And what do? We address the opposite hip. Okay? So if I'm doing a consult, can I do that in 10 minutes? Everything you just saw right there? Yeah, absolutely. Will he feel like he can get help seeing anybody else? No, he's going to be like, I got one option, this guy, who figured out how to make my shoulder feel better through the opposite hip. But here's the important thing. Nothing special about me. Can all of you teach that and do those tests? Yeah. Absolutely. That power lies with every single one of you right now.